this stage. Anyway, before we get into all of that, my name's Tristan. On camera I've got Morgan, and we are slowly heading east at the moment in search of young Maribye. The plan is to try and see if we can find him, catch up with him, to see how he's doing. I've read quite a lot of stuff about it over last night just to see, and spoke to a few vets, and there's really not much that is known about leopards and the effects of a venomous snake like a puff adder on them. They say that most of their experiences with domestic animals like dogs and cats, and it always depends on amounts of envenomation, whether or not there's a bit of a resistance to it in that individual species, and there's a whole bunch of things. But the fact of the matter is that they say a lot of animals do come right from a puff adder bite. It's just that there's going to be two things that could happen. Either it's going to swell and just come down again and it'll be alright, but it'll take a good amount of time. They reckon anywhere between sort of 2 weeks and a month that he'll have a swollen paw. If that is the case, or he's going to have an issue where he's going to get the swelling, and then the necrotic process is going to start and his skin is going to slop. So you're going to get this like dark black skin that's going to come out, and it's going to start to almost peel off for a bit, which will look horrendous, and it will probably not be very comfortable. But the problem then from there will be secondary infection. So that's where he's going to have to be a bit careful. But I think more than anything, and I honestly believe that he'll be able to recover from it. I don't think that it will be like a life-threatening thing. There's some buffalo. But I think the biggest threat that he has is the fact that his ability to climb is a little bit compromised at the moment. And so what we're going to have to hope for is that lions don't find him and he doesn't start messing around with hyenas like he has been, because hyenas see him hobbling about and incapacitated, they will be ruthless. So we have found little Maribye. He's all curled up in his little ball like I thought he would be, but his paw is monstrous. It is swollen massively. You can see it there. That's that front paw just by his face. It is way out of proportion. I mean, if you look at his back leg there, it's almost like the front paw is the same size as the top of the back leg. So he's going to be a sore kitty this morning. I think it's going to be painful and swollen and like that for a few days, unfortunately. The good news is that he's awake. You can see he's not his normal self. He's not kind of taking his eyes off us. He's a little bit sort of watchful, and he's going to need to be like this. Unfortunately, he's in a bit of a compromised state, so his ability to relax is not as much as it normally is, and to do his kind of playful Maribye things, he's going to have to just take it easy for a little bit and just spend time resting and kind of taking time to heal. Shame, my boy. Has it been a long night? I can imagine how painful it is. Like I was saying to Morgan now, that people that I know that have been hit by puff adders, they all say the same thing, that it's one of the most excruciating things that they've had. So he'll be in pain, unfortunately. He looks okay though. He doesn't look like he's kind of drowsy or struggling with any sort of breathing or anything like that. Not that that would cause this, but this kind of venom. This is a cytotoxic venom. So basically this is just breaking down tissue. That's what the puff adder's venom does. Interesting enough, when I was talking to vets yesterday, they were telling me that snake bites from neurotoxic snakes, or snakes that have a heavier neurotoxic venom, is much less likely for them to survive. But in this case, we'll see how he goes. All right, well, we'll stay with him probably for the remainder of the morning. It's not going to be much action, I'm afraid, from here. But hopefully we'll be able to see him kind of just get up and move a little bit and see how he's doing.